How many of you say that? How many of you feel in your culture talking about death is not good? Okay. How many of you think I am not from Asia? What should I do? In which culture? In which culture do wives ask their husbands, darling, when you die, what should I do? Nobody talks about death in any culture. So stop saying, we don't like to talk about death in my culture. What is your lucky number? 6. Alright. Oops. Don't worry, I'm insured. What's your lucky number? 2. Okay. What's your lucky number? 8. These Chinese. One Chinese in the audience. You see, every time I speak to Chinese, they tell me 888. I meet Hindus, they tell me 108. I meet Muslims, they tell me 786. Some people tell me 13 is unlucky. Some people tell me 4 is unlucky. Numbers are very important, but the most important number in the world is 28,000. Do you know why? 28,000 is the average number of days a person lives, which is equal to 76.71 years. I like to break this into 4 parts. 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, and 60 to 80. 0 to 20, what do? Study, play, fool around, correct? 20 to 40, we get our first job. We buy our first car. We buy our first house. First wife. I'm just kidding, you get married. You have kids. 40 to 60, you might get a second job or change your career. You definitely buy a second car. It's 20 years, you're driving a piece of junk. You probably buy a second house as an investment. Second wife cannot afford. But your kids are finishing their first part of life. 60 to 80, you hope to retire. Now, this part of my life is the most important because there is no income. So we started with how many days? 28,000, correct? Minus half, that is 14,000. Guys, we all have 14,000 days to achieve all our dreams. Your kids' dreams, your parents' dreams, whatever dreams you have, you have 14,000 days to achieve it. Now I'm going to ask a very rude question. Don't worry, ladies, I won't ask you. How old are you? 36. That's finished. You only have that much time left. My first fear, what if I cannot work to 60? That's my first fear. What if I cannot work to 60? My second fear is, what if I don't reach 60? My third fear is, how much is enough to retire? How much is enough? $5 million, $10 million, how much is enough? And my fourth fear is, can I make sure that my children will start life with the right foundation? And the best foundation is a good education. I've done this presentation in more than 50 countries. I haven't found a fifth fear. Actually not true. I met a guy, he said, Sanjay, I have a fifth fear. I said, what is that? He said, Sanjay, I'm scared that when I grow old, I will be very lonely. So I told him, I said, uncle, now what can stop you from working? There's only one thing that can stop you from working, and that is bad health. So which product can we use to solve this problem? Critical illness. Not medical, critical illness. Medical insurance will pay your doctor's bills. But if you cannot work, your income can only be replaced by a product called critical illness. Yours, would you like me to replace? And then a client said, Sanjay, who likes to be replaced? And that's when I change the word and I say the word income protection. How many years of your income would you like me to protect? Is your income important? Yes. Would you want me to protect your income? Answer is yes. If someone says no, that means they are stupid. So, how much income protection should a person buy? The formula is 5 times of annual income. Absolutely correct. How much water should a person drink? 8 to 10 glasses of water. Who told you that? The doctor told you that. Correct? Actually no. Everyone already knows. No doctor says it. Everyone already knows. So how much income protection should you buy? 5 times of annual income. Who told you that? Everyone already knows. Only you don't know. Everyone knows. What is my third fear? How much money should I have to be able to retire? What is the formula for that? You see, when I was a professional financial advisor, I had something called a retirement calculator. I would put the current income, inflation rate, retirement age minus current age, number of years to retirement, and I will press enter, and it will give me a big number. Mr. Client, when you retire, you should have so much money. You know what the usual answer was? I don't think I can. Forget it. The last income. Are you willing to shift from a big house to a small house when you retire? No. Are you willing to travel less when you retire? No. You want to travel more, correct? You want to spend more time with your family. You spend more time with your family means what? You have to give them more gifts. Grandchildren will come to the house. They expect more chocolate. True or not? Your expenses will increase. Why do I want 50%? Why should I plan for that? What is the point? You see, the two problems in our assumption is, number one, we assume that income will go higher at a fixed rate. Doesn't work. Second assumption, we will all accept a 50% reduction in income. Who is willing for that? Who is looking forward to this retirement? Nobody. So I know it looks theoretically professional, but practically it doesn't work. The theory is correct, but practical. Your clients don't like it. Multiplied to the power of 1 plus inflation rate to the power of number of years to retirement. Do it yourself. You see, I have done my PhD in finance. You want a complicated formula? I will give you more complicated than this. No problem. This is calculating the last income divided by 2 to the power of, because you have to take 50%, right? So divide by 2 to the power of interest rate. How do you know what will be the interest rate after 30 years? So you only guess. If you earn $10,000, how much is 20%? 2,000. If you earn $1,000, how much is 20%? 200. If you earn 0, 20% of 0 is 0. Exactly. Mr. Client, whatever you earn, you save 20%. You get a bonus at the end of the year. How much should you save? What's the formula? No, 100%. Did you know you will get a bonus? No. It was not part of your financial plan. 2 to 5% of whatever you earn. That is a simple formula. Why? I want you to think about it. It's a very simple formula. If I'm saving 20% for retirement, I'm spending under 7 to 10% for my insurance. How much more can I physically save? I cannot save more than 2 to 5%. Physically, I cannot save more than that. 20% plus 5% plus another 10%, maximum 30-35%. That's what someone can save. They can't save more than that.